second major car maker, Mazda, now taking action after our investigation into 2002 through 2004 Ford Escapes. Auto safety advocates want a recall of nearly 500,000 cars, and now that number could be growing. Investigative reporter Joe Dosey from our Scripps station in Phoenix confirms Mazda is warning dealers about a possible incorrect repair on tributes from the same model years.
I love my car.
For 10 years, Susan Gaw has been driving her 2002 Mazda Tribute.
No major problems.
But Susan says after seeing our report about a possible safety problem involving a Ford Escape, she's concerned about what could be under her hood. Over the last 3 months, we've been investigating an accelerator recall issue involving 2002 to 2004 Ford Escapes. Ford issued a recall on the accelerator cables in those SUVs. But we discovered 10 months later, Ford sent a warning to dealers saying the repair could be done incorrectly, causing damage to the speed control cable. By that time, more than 300,000 Ford Escape owners already had the repair done without the corrected dealer instructions.
The 300,000 plus Ford Escape owners who got the earlier notice assumed that the unintended acceleration defect had been corrected,
when it might not have been. So why is Susan so concerned about her Mazda Tribute? We found Mazda Tributes and Ford Escapes were made at the same plant outside Kansas City. Mazda says they share the same engine and same parts. And we found the two vehicles shared something else. When Ford issued its accelerator cable recall on 2002 to 2004 Escapes, Mazda issued the same recall on same model Tributes at the same time. Records show the recall involved more than 121,000 Tributes, and the repair instructions were nearly identical to those Ford sent to its dealers. But we confirmed, unlike Ford, Mazda never sent its dealer a warning that the repairs they were making could be done incorrectly. That means about 106,000 Tributes were repaired without corrected instructions.
She cannot stop. She can't stop.
Okay.
It's just accelerating.
This is a 2002 Ford Escape that had an accelerator recall repair before Ford dealers got their corrected instructions. 17-year-old Sage Bloom's Escape accelerated out of control in Arizona with her mom Jamie following.
Oh my God, she's gonna wreck. She's gonna wreck. Oh my God.
That Escape crashed and Sage died. An inspector for the Blooms says he found the Escape had a damaged speed control cable. What Ford warned its dealers could happen in the repair update they sent dealers. Ford tells us we are in the midst of our investigation and we have not reached any conclusions. They're working with government regulators to determine the cause of the accident.
What this calls for is a new investigation into all Ford and Mazda vehicles that have a similar cruise control cable and guide and engine cover.
Clarence Ditlow is with the Center for Auto Safety in Washington and is referring to the recalled Escapes and Tributes we've been reporting on. And after our questions, Mazda told us it's now taking action. Mazda was only recently made aware of an update to the original repair bulletin and is currently in the process of issuing the update. And we have a copy. These are the instructions warning dealers that an incorrect accelerator cable repair could damage the speed control cable, the same update Ford sent to its dealers 7 years ago. In fact, Mazda says it's now emailing the instructions to all their dealers. But there are only about 16,000 Tributes left to repair. As for notifying owners who already had repairs, Mazda tells us we will need to study this further. If and when we do so, the affected customers will be the first to find out. Regulators have made no determinations involving either the Ford or Mazda recalls, but the Center for Auto Safety wants more. They filed this petition asking the government to look into whether or not Mazda reasonably met its obligation to notify owners and correct the defect issue. I'm investigator Joe Ducey, RTV6.